Senator Marshall, I know you're introducing legislation that will require big tech companies to take a more proactive role against drug dealers preying on the youth, fentanyl. There obviously, some of them have no interest in taking more of a proactive role, but the big tech has to. Your response, can you expand on that legislation?
Would love to. It's called the Cooper Davis Bill. It's named for a wonderful young boy that lost his life. He and some of his friends ordered 2 Percocet tablets on Snapchat. Cooper took half a tablet and died. Across the nation, 300 people, that's repeating every day, mostly young adults. In Kansas, we're using Narcan 10 or 12 times a day. What our legislation does is forces the Snapchats of the world, Google, Facebook, whoever it is, to cooperate with police proactively. This legislation, it's bipartisan. Dick Durbin is helping co-lead it with us as well. I think that it's a very good chance it's going to get across the finish line. We even modeled this after Joe Biden's legislation from about 2008, where he was doing some issues with human trafficking, child pornography as well, forcing the social media companies to cooperate with us. And by the way, Snapchat's been nothing but cooperative with us, as has Google. So it's one little piece of the puzzle, but as long as we have an open border, this is one of the tools that we have in the toolbox.
I also know you're going out against, believe it or not, Chinese who are setting up police stations inside our country. You're also looking at accountability for those who stole money and defrauded the government out of that COVID money. People showing absolutely no integrity, some of which the people stealing were outside our borders, which is insane. So I appreciate that. Senator, we had something come down a couple of hours ago. Elon Musk has gotten 1,000 cyber experts together, many high-profile names involved in this, to call for a pause of AI, all artificial intelligence material, things like GBT, that's now in his fourth inversion of it. He says it is too dangerous, we don't understand it, and it could get out of control. What could you tell us about this, and does a letter like that resonate on Capitol Hill?
Well, when Elon Musk speaks, it does resonate. You know why? He's got, I think, as big a megaphone as anybody in the nation does right now. But again, I go back to this mental health issue. What part does AI have in mental health? You think about the way TikTok works; it's addictive, and it's not the only social media that's addictive. Just like pornography is addictive as well. So I think we need to take the blinders off, and it's like viral gain of function. I've demanded that we stop viral gain of function research till we get our arms around it. And I would think the same thing. I'd love to take a pause with this. I think that there is great opportunity with artificial intelligence, machine learning. We're seeing it in so many different ways with technology, conservation, the military. There's incredible opportunities for it, but it does seem like that our knowledge has expanded our wisdom in being able to use it. So yes, I think it goes along with this TikTok conversation.
Right. Tristan Harris, who was with us from Social Dilemma, as well as you just featured on 60 Minutes, he's one of the foremost experts in our country. This is what he said about AI. And for those on the inside, it freaks them out. Cut 31.
And the reason, Brian, that I'm here in front of you right now, and we've been doing some media, is because people inside the AI companies came to me and came to my colleagues at our organization and said, this is moving at a pace that we're not getting it right. It's moving recklessly because they're now, as you said, it's a corporate arms race where if I don't deploy it to everybody, I'm going to lose to the other guys that will.
So they're worried about it being deployed. China, Russia, Iran, North Korea, they get it. Could be real ugly.
Exactly. And Brian, the conversation that we should have is freedom of speech versus, controlling some of these things. And I know you're a big First Amendment person like I am. So that's the balance we got to have. I don't have the answers, but I do think, again, I go back to my physician training, when in doubt, slow down. Get some more information. It does seem to be out of control. In good hands, it's a great thing, but what we're seeing coming out of Chinese Communist Party right now is very scary. And just to think that, look, TikTok is part of CCP is part of the Chinese military, the same way with viral gain of function research. The military in China is using this as well. We as Americans are just too naive. We think that we're a good people. President John Adams talked about the Constitution will only work as if you have a godly nation that believes in the Constitution. So we need to take a breath here. I'm all in to listen. And if Elon Musk doesn't know more about this than I do, I'm happy to get a consultation. I'm happy for someone to explain this to me. But I can tell you that the mental health of young adults, I've never seen it worse. It's not normal for young boys to sit there and rather play a video game than go out and go fishing with their grandfather. We need to do something. We need to do something.